Valentine's Day episode.
It's Valentine's Day. And it is our fourth episode.
But I guess it's not time to cheers.
We are so excited. It is the time for love. Getting backs blown out.
Oh, forget a dinner.
Blow that back. Dinner. This is time for red and pink.
You know, this is my favorite. This is my favorite month. Number one, it's my birthday month, February 20th. Pisces gang. But I love all things pink and red and love. It is legit my favorite month, but it's my birthday month, so a little biased.
Cheers to episode 4.
Ting.
Drink me some of this.
This is a thick flute. This is.
Try it again. Let me see.
So if you follow our personal pages, you know that Keniece and I are both in real estate. I'm a senior mortgage loan officer with over 20 years of experience, and Keniece is a top producing real estate agent. Together, every day, we are helping someone buy, sell, or refinance their home. However, in the meantime, in between time, we like to have a little kiki. Decided to bring you guys in on our conversations because why not? Everybody has a podcast.
For real.
Before we go, because this is a good one. I'm Keniece Perscell, your BeFn4Real host.
And I'm Akeia, your BeFn4Real host. I'm not saying my last name.
No, that's okay.
You don't get my whole government name. It's a podcast. Like
that's a fact.
Akeia Jones.
And they can always find you on Instagram.
Yeah, _mortgage plug. Little shameless plug, you know.
She always gotta plug herself
in.
Keniece,
we got balloons.
Keniece _the realtor. You can find me. Anyhow, okay, so this is our 4th one. This is so exciting. And
how has the feedback been?
The feedback has been good.
Yeah.
So y'all, when y'all was wondering where episode 2 was,
see what had happened?
Let me do.
First of all, we're women, and so this is our first time in front of the camera in such a way, and so we're very critical of ourselves. And y'all just wasn't gonna see that. Y'all just wasn't gonna see that episode.
It's Akeia's fault as to why it didn't air. She said it just was a snoozer.
It was a snoozer.
She said it was a snoozer.
And I
have to follow her lead because we're in business together. So if she's not comfortable with it, I'm not comfortable with it. So that's why. Anyway,
telling people about this podcast, though, you know what it makes me feel like? It makes me feel like I'm trying to get somebody to listen to my CD. I need y'all to subscribe to this YouTube. I'm tired of asking. Subscribe to the CD. Subscribe to the podcast. Follow the page. It's very simple. It's very simple because I'm tired of asking. Like I'm like, hey.
Did you listen to my CD?
How many CDs you listen to?
Not one.
I've listened to quite a few. I've gotten some blank ones too. Took my money and gave me a blank CD.
The $5 CD and gave you a blank CD? They would be at the corner selling their CDs, and I would give them the $5 because I
you just didn't want the
it.
CD?
But I just didn't give the opportunity to listen to the CD.
That's what I feel like. I feel
if
like
you're
I'm trying to
40
get you
and still like trying to pursue music, just there's other career opportunities out there.
We need firemen and police officers and judges. I need y'all to let that go.
Okay, so anyway, the Super Bowl.
She about to hit me with it. We starting with the Super Bowl.
The Super Bowl.
Kendrick, little cute self. Him a little man.
Kendrick. So let me share this. Celebrity crushes. I've always loved Drake.
Say Drake.
My husband said I could have a 2-day hall pass with Drake. But now I think I take it back.
You don't even want him.
Because, say Drake. When you do the lawsuits and stuff like that, it kind of makes me feel like that's a little sassy.
It's a lot of sassy.
And Kendrick is kind of just taking this. He just like knocked him off of this big old pedestal that he was on.
It's vicious. It's vicious. And Kendrick was up there looking like a cute little koala bear. He is a vicious man. I feel bad for Drake. I still come from the era of
I would still
Tupac
use my hall pass.
So no,
Drake.
Let that go. You're gonna have to find somebody else. But that Jalen Hurts. Let me tell you something, Jalen. Where's my camera? I got a PSA to Jalen. Come on home.
You want a 3?
I miss you. The kids miss you. Come on home. You know, you got a girl. She's beautiful. I got a husband.
We can tag team it.
But that Jalen Hurts.
He's
many things. He's a Super Bowl winner. He's a quarterback. He's a cute dog. but he's
Is
fine.
he a cute dog?
He's fine above all things.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah,
I
he's a
didn't
cute
know
dog.
that.
Yeah, he's fine.
His
So
lips,
yeah, that was a
eyes,
good.
everything was
Yeah,
perfect.
he's just delicious.
So if you ever wanted to like tag team a loan officer and a real estate agent,
Jalen,
look no further.
Jalen.
Cheers, Jalen.
Cheers.
Or Drake. You too.
No. No, I couldn't. Drake just needs to go back to Canada in the snow.
Don't do him like that. Don't do him like that. He's having a hard time right now.
He's
but he's a good man. He's just stressed out right now.
So you said you get a 2-day hall pass. That's wild. 2 days? We falling in love.
My husband gave me
we
a
running
2-day
away
hall
together.
pass. He did say I had to come back with money.
Oh, facts. Because he's a forward thinker.
He's a forward thinker. He said if I don't come back with money, he's going to leave.
Okay.
So I would have to come back with money, but he did give me a 2-day hall pass.
A 2-day hall pass. That's legit.
And he said he wouldn't call me, text me, or nothing. He would
you
just
get
let
peace.
I get
and
peace.
A 2-day hall pass.
And a 2-day hall
I'm gonna
pass.
have to ask my husband. Your phone is going off. She talked all that mess. If y'all watch the previous episodes, you see she talked all that mess about my phone. I have my phone.
That's the one that didn't air, love.
But
that's the one that didn't air. That's the one that didn't air.
That's the one that didn't air. We're gonna cut that out.
Okay.
So anyway, okay, stay focused.
So this is the time of the year where love is in the air.
And it's my birthday month.
It's this hoe's birthday
February
month.
20th.
And be sure to wish her a happy birthday, because goddamn, she's not gonna let you forget it. So it's love, it's time of the year to kiss, to hug, to do all the things. Any plans?
Oh, girl, you know I don't do Valentine's Day. I don't do that. I don't think we've ever done Valentine's Day, like, traditionally flowers. I get flowers a lot. I'm not gonna put my baby out there like that. I get flowers a lot. So I don't need them on Valentine's Day. I'll cook a little dinner. Okay. You know, I'll cook a little something nice because we don't like crowds. Like we're just boring in that sense.
Me and my man, we are going to go see a comedy show.
Who you're gonna see?
Bruce. I'm gonna put my fur on. I'm gonna put my fur on, and we are going to the Sizzler.
The Sizzler, bitch. That's what I'm talking about.
Clink, clink,
clink.
Come on,
clink, clink to the Sizzler.
We don't need those 5-star Michelin star restaurants. We're going to the Sizzler.
Get that little itty bitty lobster tail. It'd be this big. It'd be thick though. It's a thick lobster tail, but it's this big.
We going to the Sizzler because guess what? They are not gonna be upcharging us. And we are going to go and enjoy one another. And then the next day on Saturday, we're going to go play Top Golf.
Okay.
Spend some quality time.
Weekend.
We have a whole weekend
That's
planned.
Beautiful.
A whole weekend planned.
That's beautiful.
I'm sorry, you're like the Grinch of Valentine's.
Yeah, shit.
And
I'm going to give him a little something because it's Valentine's.
Yeah. It's about time. It's about time because it's been like weeks.
First of all, it has not. We indulge on the regular. Thank you very much.
Anyway, do you have like what's your true thoughts about love?
Ooh. I mean, I think y'all be putting so much on it. I think generally y'all be doing way too much. I think it's very simple. I think love is a connection. I could go real deep with this. I'm not. But I think love is a connection. I think it's abundant. I think you could feel love from everyone, friends, family, coworkers. I think you're not meant to just get this little bit of love and that's it.
So you don't think one person was created for another person?
I think that if you think that, that's beautiful. And if that's how you want to live your one and only life, that's beautiful. But I don't have any shame on anyone that doesn't think that way and feels like, you know, it's out there for the taking. I don't know. It's love. It's whatever makes you feel good.
Love is conditional, at least for me.
It is absolutely conditional.
It's not unconditional. It's conditional.
Friendship, love,
yeah,
coworker,
yeah,
relationship. It is all conditional.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. They say it's unconditional. No.
How could it not be? How could it not be conditional?
You cross me or do anything crazy, it's not about the love anymore. So love is definitely
I have to feel the love. And when the love starts to hurt or makes me feel or negative in any way, then it's no longer the love that I consider love, right? It may be how you're explaining or showing your love, but that doesn't work for me. So I think it's individualized. I just don't think that there's a blueprint to it. I think, I love. Told you February is my month.
But so many people love love, and they love it so much they deal with BS, or they put up with BS because it's so crazy.
Do they love love, or do they love the idea of that person, of what that person can be?
It's always the idea of the person.
It's not the love.
It's always what we call the representative.
Yeah.
Because it's so funny. We actually got a poll of people, like the craziest
You want to go over the questions
that they've done for love. No, we're going to talk about it later.
Oh, okay.
But it was the craziest things they've done for love. And it's
wild.
I know for me, the craziest thing that I've done for love, I've done quite a few things, but my ex-boyfriend, he had a baby on me, right? We were together, and he told me that this woman got pregnant while we were on a break. Mm-hmm. I don't quite remember the break, but maybe we were on the break.
It was once in his mind, y'all was on a break. Them one-sided breaks are rough.
We was on a break, he said, and he got this woman pregnant. I didn't know that he was having a child until the day before the child was born. I found a Father's Day card in his bedroom. He was living with his daddy. And I was straightening up his room.
It gets worse.
I was straightening up his room, and I found a Father's Day card, and it was addressed to him. So I went to go ask him about it. He like, don't be in my stuff, looking at my stuff. Gaslighting at its finest. Well, it turns out that he was having a baby.
That's wild.
So after I dropped him off at the hospital, where his baby,
it got progressively worse.
After I dropped him off at the hospital, where his baby was being born, I was not allowed to come in. I couldn't stay. It was all of the things. He said,
my heart breaks for you, because I feel like you laughing through the pain. There's no way this happened. There's no way, Keniece.
Then he said he needed to stay with her while the baby was little. He said he needed to stay with her because the baby couldn't go outside and he couldn't be away from his son.
Yeah, no.
And I was like, no,
I've never heard this story, by the way.
I was like, no, I understand. And then after like a week of me calling him and he wasn't answering, I just figured he was spending a lot of time with the baby. That's one of the craziest things that I've done for him. How about you?
I have nothing that comes anywhere remotely close to that. I have nothing. Nothing. You win, bitch. You win. Story time. You cracked story time today. Yes. I can't compete with that. I was thinking on the way here, I was going to tell y'all a little story because, my stories are silly. Okay. In like third grade.
No.
Listen, bitch. Listen, I told you I can't come nowhere close to you. In third grade, I had a little boy that liked me. His name was Levi. I knew he liked me. Okay. Everybody
Them Levi's ain't never nothing nice.
Let me tell you about Levi. But I didn't like boys in the third grade. Like, boys were nasty. It's they just want to dry hump you. Like, I just couldn't do the boys, right? That's all I would do. So in class, Levi sat behind me. And in class, whenever it got quiet and the kids would laugh, I knew that he was behind me flipping his eyelids. And so he used to chase me.
Do that shit all the time.
He used to chase me around. I am tormented.
Eyelids.
And so my mother would be like, he only does that because he likes you. And he truly did. We went together for a little bit. But he used to flip his eyelids. And it traumatized me to my core. And we moved away. And I don't know what happened to Levi. He's probably
still flipping his goddamn eyelids.
Still flipping them eyelids. So when I think of stories of love and especially men that do crazy things,
you basically think of torture.
I think of the PTSD I have from second grade from Levi, because he loved me, and we went together and stuff. But he flipped his eye. Did you have anyone that used to flip?
I did, but they didn't like me.
He loved me. He loved me, but he used to flip his eyelids, and so so I don't have any crazy stories. I'm not doing much besides marrying you at 19. That's the best I got.
So that's funny that you mentioned that.
That's
because when we did our poll, the top 3, because we got quite a few, the craziest thing you've done for love was a poll that was done like sometime last week. Somebody said the craziest thing that they've done for love was time.
That's crazy work.
So they served time. They served time in prison for love.
Crazy work.
Someone said the craziest thing that they done for love was got married.
Mm-hmm. I think that is the ultimate crazy.
I think, yeah.
It's a good crazy.
And some of you guys really want marriage, you want love, you want that shit takes sacrifice. It takes a lot of commitment and dedication. And if you're not suited to do that, you kind of just need to put it on ice for a little bit. But anyhow, and then another one said, try to convince her to leave her husband.
We're going to have that person elaborate. I want to hear more about that love story, okay? That's a good one.
Now,
if you could, okay, so if you weren't married, take yourself out of your married shoes. What is something, because she's more lovey-dovey. I'm just not, I don't have it in me. I could see doing something big and grand for someone you love. Mm-hmm. What would you do?
Big and grand?
Big and grand, a big grand gesture. What's something that you would do to really show someone you love them? Not much. She's not deep. I thought she was deep.
I'm not that deep. I'm really not that, especially not at this age, because I'm a lady. I'm a woman.
I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
I am the princess. So my husband definitely does more, but I do a lot of little things. So you have to pay attention to love languages.
Oh, absolutely.
So my husband is more so like he likes gifts. Mm-hmm. So I do expensive gifts for him, and he likes quality time. So we spend a lot of quality time together. Me, I'm gifts, affirmations. Mm-hmm. So for a while, that's one of the things that he was missing. He wasn't giving a lot of affirmations, but he does acts of service. So he does stuff.
So you listen to your partner's kind of not cry, but their love language. You pay attention to that. Absolutely. And you adjust yourself accordingly. I think a lot of people don't do that. They miss those cues. Mm-hmm. Getting lost in the exchange in a relationship, you can get lost in that I do for you, you don't do for me type of deal, but you really do have to listen to, because my husband's the same way. He's definitely more affectionate. He's just, he's different. And so I have to tailor myself to speak or at least hear his love language.
I'm more affectionate too. I like to hold hands. Yeah, he doesn't. He says it's too hot. So he be like, it's hot. And I'm like, hold my goddamn hand.
Yeah. But the roses, listen, I've been married almost 24 years. I don't need another rose, but it's
a nice little gesture. Yeah, and it's a thought that just because it definitely goes.
I see you as somebody because you like to adorn. So jewelry,
diamonds.
I just want to be in a bed all day.
Just to hold me and hold my hand and do all of the things. It's definitely a panty dropper.
Oh. Okay, so listen. Wait, speaking of panty droppers, what's a song? Think of Valentine's Day songs, some love songs,
Seems like you're ready.
I just want you to sing.
Girl, are you ready? Oh. R. Kelly. I still listen to R. Kelly.
I'll never cancel R. Kelly. Sweating. I'll never cancel R. Kelly.
Am I sweating?
No, I don't see.
Is it a ring?
No, stay focused.
I will never cancel R. Kelly.
I'll never cancel R. Kelly.
I'm sorry,
Speaking of best song, The Greatest Sex, R. Kelly.
R. Kelly.
What you know about that?
That's when the Capricorn is born. So don't do that.
Oh, okay, don't do that.
That's when the Capricorn.
Let me tell you something. It's for the taking. Let that come on. It's for the taking. I'll never cancel R. Kelly. Y'all can miss me with that. Just like I'm still going into Target.
I go to Target. I'm not canceling R. Kelly. I don't cancel Michael Jackson. I don't cancel Bill Cosby. I don't know these people. So I like what they put out, and then that's that. Okay, so wait, the other thing is the craziest thing that somebody did for love was moved across the country. I would say that's what my husband did. He moved across the country for me.
I think any big gesture can be considered the craziest thing, because for people
So what was the craziest thing you've done?
I just have not done anything. I gave this man 2 children. I married him, committed myself to him at 19.
Wait a minute, y'all. Fun fact about Akeia. How long did you know your husband before you got married to him? 3 months. And they have been together how long?
It will be 24 years.
If you guys need any consultation,
Not I. Don't come this way. Can't help you. Next.
You basically
Can't
you
help
don't
you.
have. If a man knows what he wants, he knows what he
Say
wants.
something. He saw this
It
pretty young
doesn't
thing,
take all of that.
and
It
he was
doesn't take all of
like,
that.
"Listen, I ain't got no money. I'm an E4 in the Navy. If you know, you know. Them checks was little, but we thugged it out. And 24 years later, we still thugging it out.
And you're still together, and you guys were basically dating in your marriage.
Oh yeah.
So what would you say to this person? Because we have some questions that came to us outside of the craziest thing that we've done for love or that they've done for love, is just general questions where we can be for real, be effing for real. And somebody said, I've been with my man 7 years. When will I get the ring?
Are we adults? Or are we like in our 20s?
We are adults.
Who gonna tell her? I don't think it's coming, baby. I don't think it's coming. And be okay with that, because the ring is not, the ring don't mean, you remember that song?
The ring means a thing.
I just don't think it does. I don't have a ring, we got tattoos, but I've had my same ring since I was 19. It doesn't mean
We're talking about the symbol. She asked, she said, I've been with my man 7 years. When will I get the ring? I don't know.
You're not getting it. You're not getting it. You okay?
No, I think she will get the ring.
Are we talking women in her 30s or 40s?
She's in her 30s.
Late 30s?
35.
She's still waiting for it. I'm not hopeful, sis. I don't think it's coming. I don't think it's coming. I think in your 30s, a man knows, especially men in their 30s, by this time, if they want to get married, they ready to get married.
Pause. Sim, what do you think? She said she's been with him for 7 years. Will she get the ring? That's the question. What do you think?
Sim is shaking his head.
It's not coming.
It's not coming. That's a man's point of view.
We know sooner than later.
Boom.
So basically, listen, this is not a platform for us to give advice, for us to...
Good sis, Dr. Cheyenne Bryant, she got a whole relationship. Y'all go follow that one.
Yeah.
We can't give advice, but you ain't get no ring.
But I think so to put things into perspective, I started dating my husband at 27. I got married at 32. So we were basically we dated like 4 years. And then we got married.
For adults, I think that's a good time span.
Like 4 years, right? Mm-hmm. So 7
cross
years.
Country, like that takes time.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So she's just 3 years more.
So it's not happening. You're not getting the ring. Y'all need to just go ahead.
Well, why don't you think, hold on. Sim, why isn't he giving the ring? I mean, because I'm not a man, and these are questions, and I want to give the people the answer.
Because he doesn't want to. He doesn't want to marry her yet. If he wanted to marry her, they would be married. He doesn't want to. And for men to drag out an engagement,
why doesn't he want to?
My experience, if a woman brings up marriage first, he's not going to just jump into it.
That ultimative, lady, it doesn't work.
I married my husband on an ultimatum.
Your husband comes from a different generation. These
I said, if we don't get married, we're going to just continue to date, and other men is going to be up in his bed. And he just was like, wait a minute, let me go ahead and just tie it up, because he didn't.
I don't think just like women today, a lot of women they have no desire to get married. I'm here for that. But the same goes with men. I think a man that wants to marry. They marry. They don't have no hesitation. They know what they want. They've copped
hence because you've been married 24 years and you guys dated three months?
We dated. We didn't even date. We just was hooking up. And military is different. Military, you get stationed everywhere. It doesn't matter.
You're still married.
We are.
Divorce is the highest amongst military.
Absolutely. We just so happen to be highly compatible. Truly, best friends. But I can see why people do it so early. I wouldn't recommend anyone getting married that young, because you don't really know what love is, right? You just don't. It's all a feeling. You feel like, but you don't know what goes into a marriage, committing yourself to someone, sharing everything, decisions, choices, everything. That's a big gesture. That is the craziest thing I think people do for love, is get married. All this other shit, I think, is
no longer about you.
For show, because it's no longer about you.
I had to consult with my husband for 2 years before I could buy a couch. Remember that? That shit was crazy. Before I could even buy a couch, a sofa, I had to consult with my husband, and he kept saying, no, No, we don't need a couch. We don't need a couch until I had to basically threaten this damn marriage to get a couch.
That's a true story.
So
She really
it's
did.
just, it's very deep, right?
So you mentioned earlier, or lightly, we mentioned conditions, right?
Yes.
There's conditional love does exist. Don't be ashamed to have conditions and boundaries within your love. What would be, outside of the obvious, what would be a deal breaker? A deal breaker that you would tell women that are dating or that's in a relationship looking to take it to the next level, you know, what's something that they need to be aware of? For example, I feel like I would tell a woman that's getting into a relationship, a committed relationship like a marriage, never lose yourself. Never lose sight in yourself, your goals, your personal objectives. Don't blend in with anyone. You can merge, but blending in, it's slippery.
I've got to put this card down. Hold on a second.
Oh, did you hear the little ASMR? You know, I love a little ASMR moment.
I have been married almost 8 years. And what my dear good friend just said is the key. Women who get married, they lose themselves. I've never seen a group of frumpier women in like things get ultra conservative. And I did that too. After I got married, I became ultra conservative. I wore ponchos. I wore swimsuits with skirts.
I'm sorry, it took me a minute. You wore a poncho?
I wore ponchos. I wore swimsuits.
Like a poncho that you get like Costco?
Like a poncho, bitch, yes!
Like a
Poncho, mariachi poncho with slacks.
For what? With slacks? It gets worse with loafers too? The
Yes!
ballerina shoes. You had them ballerina
I
shoes.
had they were called flirty flats. Get it right. And I think I noticed a change with my husband because he just was kind of like super comfortable. And it was very much like, oh, she's going to be here. Then I spiced it up a little bit, a little razzle dazzle, and you notice that change in behavior right away. So all I'm gonna say is, just because you get married, it does, and people will come to me or make comments like, "Oh, you was wearing that swimsuit. I was wondering where was Paul. He was taking the goddamn picture. That's what he was doing." It's like, don't worry about what's going on with me and my husband. I show skin. I feel good. He feels good about
Do you
it.
know how many people asked me where my husband was when
Right
they saw that we went to Thailand for her birthday in January, and so many people were like, "Where's Gino? Where's Gino?"
You have
wherever
no
he
individuality without your husband.
Well,
That's
here's
crazy.
a fun fact: wherever he is where he ought to be, right? Rather he was next to me, in front of me, or back at home. But what does the way? Actually, I'm a sidebar this. I was on Instagram because I don't have TikTok. I still don't have TikTok.
Please bring TikTok back for this bitch.
But I was on the Instagram, and this woman was being interviewed, and she had on she had on a cute little dress, and the guy was like, "Oh, are you married?" And she said, "Yeah, I've been married 10 years."
Mhm.
And the comments, they were like, "Who dresses like that married?"
What does that even
She's
mean?
disrespecting her husband.
What does that even mean?
How do you know what's disrespectful to her husband, her and her husband? Here's the thing. Everybody mind their Black-owned business. Start there.
Maybe if it's
And
Black-owned. I don't know if it's Black-owned.
Or your unseasoned business. I don't care. At the end of the day, everybody's marriage operates to their accord. My marriage don't look like yours. Mm-hmm. Yours don't look like mine. And whatever
she couldn't
works,
understand
works.
why I had to wait to get a couch.
I was like,
she
that
was
couch
like,
would be
I
at
would
the
just
door.
Buy the couch. But I'm like, no, I need to consider him. I need to say.
But I say that my
do.
washer and dryer is from 1999.
You still pending a washer
that man
and dryer.
refuses to let me get a new washer and dryer.
So you just gotta let that go.
I let it go.
But
I'll walk in with a Louis
women
Vuitton bag in a
being
minute.
sexy, being comfortable in her skin, and if comfortable in your skin means wearing ponchos, then wear those ponchos.
Don't wear the ponchos. Don't wear the ponchos. Don't wear the ponchos.
Wear the ponchos.
Please. Don't do that.
Wear the ponchos. Wear the slacks. Wear the loafers. She wears these disgusting pink loafers.
First of all
the time.
They're Coach. They're a throwback.
It doesn't matter.
And they are so
cute. It doesn't
cute.
matter. It doesn't matter.
And they're comfortable.
It doesn't matter.
That fur inside.
Be comfortable in you, but don't downcast yourself and don't do things just simply because you're married. Oh, I don't do that anymore. I'm married. Well, you want to be sexy too. You want to still be marketable just in case.
And you want him looking at you.
He don't get it right.
Ooh.
Moving on.
Ooh. A word.
Why do single people, here's another question. Y'all, listen to this. Why do single people always want to ruin a marriage?
Because they lonely. And it's a conquer. Yeah, I get it. Listen,
Oh my gosh.
Y'all gonna be tussling.
Y'all gonna be tussling.
Y'all gonna be tussling this one. Let me tell you something about your good girl Akeia. Okay. First of all, I'm loyal to the soil. You ain't never got to worry about me coming sideways. If I was single, though.
Oh my gosh. She's about to say this in front of these people.
If I was single, it's no holds bar.
She coming for y'all man if she was single.
If I was single, I'm coming for your man and your man and your man and your man and your man. I don't care. I don't owe you nothing. You understand?
Ladies, I owe you everything.
I don't owe you nothing.
For your
man.
man.
Husband owes you. Your boyfriend owes you. I owe you nothing. Gino Jones, no. Don't let me get in these streets.
Yeah, she's in the streets, guys. She's coming for him.
Don't let me get in these streets.
Oh
I'm coming for your man.
I'm not coming for your man if I'm in the streets. I am not coming for your man.
And the reason being, I say that jokingly, it's a little cheeky.
She means it. She talks about this all the time.
I mean it from in here.
If you're married,
your marriage is none of my business.
She doesn't care about your marriage.
Your marriage is none of my business. Here's what I want you women to know.
She's going to sleep at night with her eyes closed real tight. You better believe
feet rubbing together.
That's not for me, guys. Not for me. If he's married, he belongs to you, Cynthia.
That's beautiful.
Don't worry.
If he belongs to you, he wouldn't be trying to get with me. You feel me?
So you like SZA on the weekend. It
is what it is. I don't have any loyalty to you. I don't have any. Now I would listen. If you know me, you know me. I'm loyal to the soul. I don't want nobody's man I know. First of all, I'm married. But single Akeia, it's a free for all. I don't.
So you would. So
I say that
you will just.
I say that for the women that go after the side women. They be mad at the woman, the husband or the boyfriend was caught with. What you mad at her for? She don't know you.
I do agree with that.
She don't know you.
If my husband cheated on me, I don't need to go after the woman because his loyalty and his respect should be for me.
Your vows are your vows.
Ladies, I'm not going to come. If he's married, it's off. It's not happening. That happened to me.
Little flip game over.
That happened to me.
What?
Before I got committed to Paul, I was dating this guy. He was a U.S. Air Marshal.
Ooh.
He wined and dined and did all the things. God damn it! Why you gotta put his name out there on the street?
You gotta put that out. I be getting excited. I get caught up. I'm sorry.
And we dated, and he wined and dined and did all the fine things. And I found out he was married on Facebook. He had tagged her and all this stuff. And then the wife ended up emailing me to tell, but she was so sweet. She was so
Because what's she gonna do to you?
She was so sweet. She approached me woman to woman, like a good woman to woman. Yeah. And then after he called me, they were tussling. And you can tell they were like tussling the phone. And he was professing his love to me with his wife there.
Crazy word.
He did not want me to leave and wanted me to stay with him. And she's screaming in the background. And I was so disgusted by that. I was so disgusted by that. So that was called off immediately, right?
That is too deep. I don't need nothing with no depth. That's too deep.
That was way too deep. Yeah. And he was like, I just want to be, he was crying and snotting and shit. And he was like, I don't want to lose you, but your wife is crying and screaming in the background trying to fight you.
No, that's dirty. That's too messy.
That was just crazy. And so, of course, that was ended. But I wouldn't want to break up anybody's home.
I don't care. I don't care. I'm not thinking about your home and your children. Your children are not my children. They're not my concern. If
you're the reason that we're not going to get any subscribers to this podcast.
I really hope that women are more honest and stop trying to say what's right. The reality is you don't care because you don't know her. Now, if she calls, like if I was in a situation if a wife or a woman, that's not my business.
So you want to just be with him.
I don't want to be with anybody who has somebody. We talking about hooking up. I'm not trying to I would never take a married man from his home. I don't want you. You're married. Gross. But hooking up, I don't care about hooking up with a married man or someone in a relationship. Why do I care?
My champagne is gone.
I don't understand why women care. Now, again, maybe because I haven't dated. I've never been cheated on.
Refill my glass.
You know... She hates when I say this. She hates when I talk about it, but I just talk from the heart. It's the truth. I'm sorry. I'm not pouring you any of my champagne that I done slurped all in. You're not getting any.
Anyways, this conversation is crazy. So
but leave comments. We could tussle. Listen, I can get down with the best of them. You got something to say? Some slits? I stand
We
on
look
what I
forward to
said.
hearing from you. And until next time.
Well, we gotta let them know a little sneak peek of the next.
So we have one
Oh, yeah,
more
that's true.
episode in this new podcast breakout.
Season 1.
It's going to air later in the month, so hopefully by then you have subscribed. I'm tired of asking y'all to listen to my CD. Subscribe.
Listen to the damn CD
Listen to the
and
CD.
subscribe. This is some good stuff right
Some good
here.
Until next time.
Until next time.
Oh,
Oh,
she'll
she'll
look
look
here.